photocall de Maps to the Stars.
The photocall for Maps to the Stars, live from Cannes. This is David Cronenberg's fifth film in the competition with Julianne Moore, a film about Hollywood, the world of cinema. And this is the first time David Cronenberg has made a film in the U.S. We have Mia Wasikowska, John Cusack, Robert Pattinson, Evan Bird, the boy who was in The Killing, Julianne Moore, sublime as a hysterical actress, and David Cronenberg with an amazing film. And of course we have a lot of wind here in Cannes with a storm that is playing with the actress's hair, and it is quite cool. And so Maps to the Stars is a film about Hollywood, California, USA. On the left we see Sarah Gaydon, Evan Bird, Robert Pattinson, Mia Wasikowska, the director David Cronenberg, Julianne Moore,
John Cusack sur la droite du
and John Cusack on the right of the screen, and Bruce Wagner, the screenwriter who has written often about Hollywood, and he wrote this text adapted for the cinema for David Cronenberg. It started 8 years ago. Julianne Moore had said yes 8 years ago, and she said yes afterwards, and the script was adapted to Julianne Moore's age today, or when the shoot took place. It's a rather cruel portrayal of a Hollywood family where the young son, Evan Bird, plays a 13-year-old film star who has a problem with alcohol and drugs, and the father is a coach, therapist, psychotherapist, who helps the stars. Julianne Moore, he tries to help her rediscover her past, and he's a bit of a charlatan at the same time. Julianne Moore is a famous actress who wants to win an Oscar-winning role, to be given an Oscar-winning role, and she's neurotic. And she sees her mother, whose own mother was a very famous star, played by Sarah Gaydon. And Julianne Moore sees this woman who comes to talk to her, and there are other phantoms or ghosts, Hollywood ghosts, in Maps to the Stars. And we can feel that David Cronenberg is referring to the ghosts of James Dean, Marilyn Monroe, who are still very strongly present in this city. Here are all the actors in this film. And there is Robert Pattinson, who is in a limousine, as in Cosmopolis, but he's driving it, and he wants to have an acting career in Hollywood, but to make a living, he drives this limousine, and he, after having been hospitalized, Mia Wasikowska returns and rides in his car.
Robert Pattinson,
Robert Pattinson was in Cosmopolis in the competition. Recently, Mia Wasikowska, last year in Cannes, in the competition too, for Jim Jarmusch's Only Lovers Left Alive.
Ce n'est pas sa première venue.
So this is not her first time on La Croisette in Cannes.
C'est vrai qu'on a découvert cette jeune actrice,
This young
notamment grâce à Tim
actress
Burton,
was made famous thanks to Tim Burton, who gave her the title role in Alice in Wonderland.
Julianne Moore qui est blonde dans le film.
Julianne Moore is blonde in the film. Here she is flamboyant auburn.
Elle était à Cannes en 2008.
She was in Cannes for 2008 for blindness.
Un petit moment.
And she had not been. Mia Wasikowska has her skin badly burned. Part of her face is burned. The face, one of the most valuable assets of actresses. And David Cronenberg, one of the world's greatest filmmakers, a Canadian filmmaker, who is here with his very characteristic world, and the film is made to a script by Bruce Wagner. It's all about Hollywood, the capital of dreams and nightmares. And David Cronenberg had a special prize for Crash in 1996, a film that triggered a scandal. David Cronenberg is used to ruffling certain sensibilities, and we have John Cusack, who plays the role of a man who tries to delve into his patient's soul, the better to control them, to manipulate them. He's a terrifying character who controls all the people around him like a guru. Although he tells everyone that he wants to help everyone, that he is working for everyone's good, but gradually he reveals himself in all his horror in this film.
Voilà, le vent souffle pour,
and the wind is blowing in gusts to greet the stars of Maps to the Stars. And we see David Cronenberg with Julianne Moore, an incredible actress who is completely off her rocker. And so there's no good feelings. It's jealousy, envy, competition. That's all that seems to drive this actress. Very acid portrayal of a great actress. And here is the author, the screenwriter, Bruce Wagner. And as you said, Pierre, this is a project that started in 2007, and making this film was complicated, and they ended up being able to find the funding. This is Sarah Gayton, who has already been, she's a Canadian actress who has already been in films by David Cronenberg, so they know each other well. She was in David Brandon's film Antiviral in 2012, that was in Un Certain Regard, the competition there, and I think, this is Evan Bird, the youngest actor, discovered in the Killing a Wonderful series, which also enabled us to discover Mira Llanos, and Evan Bird plays a child star who is lost, and after a tremendous box office success, at 13, he becomes a drug addict, and he, of course, has to undergo treatment. And here you see all this, these Hollywood characters, a very strange world. Evan Bird doesn't seem nearly as comfortable as in the film, and Robert Pattinson doesn't have the main role, and so he wants to be with the crew and not be photographed separately. So we have the trailer.